Hello, welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. Thanks for joining me. Today is Friday Sews. I wanted to pop on for just a minute and tell you about a few things that I've been working on. First, I'm wearing the Remy Raglan by Sew House 7. I had made this one other time, and when I made it in a heavy linen. Somebody had given it to me. It was a real bright pink. It's beautiful fabric, but it was too heavy for this shirt. And when I made it, the sleeves stuck out and it just kind of hung away from the body, and I just didn't like it. It didn't look good. But I kept seeing all these different people on Instagram and different places who just made it, and it looked so good on them. And I kept thinking, I've got to try that again. So I had found this piece of rayon challis that came from Fabric Mart Fabrics about a month ago. If they still have it, I'll try to link to it if I can figure out how. But I made it again in this, and what I did, I grayed it out a little bit. I'm trying to learn that I look better if something's a little more fitted through the neck and the arms, and then if I need to grade out, start like at the waist and grade out over the hips a little bit. And so far I like that because this fits me. I know if you can't probably tell with the background behind me, but fits me really well. But I did, after I made it, I'd made it in I'll put what size I made because I don't remember without looking at the pattern, and I don't know what I did with that. But anyway, after I made it, I took probably an inch out on each side from the armholes down to the waist, and I really like the fit. And the sleeves, I had gotten the gathered sleeve add-on pack for it, and I absolutely love them. They just gather into this little cuff. Doesn't have any closures or anything. It just slips on over your head, and these are nice and roomy and generous, and there's plenty of room. But I love this one, so I definitely want to make it again. I've also been wearing my my Sagebrush in the red plaid flannel that I had shown a couple weeks ago. I got it made and I've worn it. It's probably been washed 3 or 4 times already because it's warmer in the flannel. And where it has the big voluminous sleeves, it's hard to wear a jacket or sweater with it. To me, it kind of makes me feel, I don't know, bound, and I don't like that feeling. So what I did, I had a little vest that's made out of fleece. So I just wear that over it, and that way it lets those big old sleeves be on show, and then it keeps the body warmer. And so it's turned chilly here again, and so I've kind of needed something a little bit warmer, and that's made that the perfect little shirt to wear. So I'll put a picture of that in as well. But I had mentioned the other day that I would show you my strawberry collection. And I thought, well, Friday Sews is a little bit of sewing and a little bit of life. So strawberries are a pretty big part of my life. I love them. I love eating them. I love the colors. They just make me so happy. And I've got so many wonderful friends and family who, anytime they see something strawberry, whether it's a yard sale or a thrift store or, anywhere, if they see something strawberry, they think of me and usually pick up whatever they found for me. So I have gotten it. Used to be in my kitchen only, and now it's migrated throughout the whole house, and I am just really embracing that. My husband doesn't mind. He likes it fine, so he doesn't care. So that's kind of everything in the house is kind of in the red family or coordinates with it. So, I've got a red doily and then a white doily underneath that, and I have a red candle on top on the coffee table. And so there's just little accents here and there, but I have quite a few strawberry things. So the way I'm tying that into Friday Sews is this. I've been able to find a few pieces of strawberry fabric. You don't find it often, but I did find 2 at online, Joann online. Last week, they had some flannel that was on sale. And I found 2 different prints, but it was online only. I couldn't get it in my local Joann. So I ordered it. And both of these are super snuggle flannels from Joann. And This one feels to me to be just a little bit thicker, but they're both the same. Says the same thing on both of them, so maybe that's just me. But the first one is this, and isn't it just beautiful? It's gray in the background. The strawberries are not showing up quite as red as they look in person. They're a little more vibrant than that, but I just loved it. And I got 2 yards of it, and hopefully there'll be enough to make a long sleeve shirt, because it is flannel, and I wouldn't want to make a short sleeve shirt, I don't think, out of flannel. But I just loved it. And the other one is also flannel, and it is just beautiful. Look at this one. And it's kind of a vanilla off-white color, the background. And I just think it's beautiful. And I have 2 yards of this, and it's flannel too. I think I said that 5 times. It's flannel, but it is beautiful. And if they still have it, and if I can figure out how, I will link it in the description box, because they still had this last time I checked. And I also had found a piece of strawberry fabric at Hobby Lobby just a couple months ago, but it was in the remnant bin, so it was the last that they had, at least in store, which is where I got this. And it's just a plain little 100% cotton, and look how vibrant that is. Now that one's showing up very true to life, and it's pink in the background and has the little dots, little white polka dots, and then these vibrant strawberries. But I only was able to get, I think, 1 yard of this one. That's all they had. And so I thought maybe I could do either, if I want to make a garment, maybe like a little sleeveless tank top, or I could always, you know, use it as a pocket or something. I make a lot of pajamas. I make cotton pajamas. I get old sheets at the thrift store and make cotton pajamas. And I could even use this and maybe make, I don't think there'd be enough for like cotton shorts or anything, but I'll do something with it, and I will let you know when I do. And the last piece of strawberry fabric that I have, I got this at Hobby Lobby last year, and they still had it last time I was there. It is, it's a heavier, it's like a, it's almost as heavy as a canvas. And I got this with the intentions of making a tote bag. But isn't that beautiful? I just thought it was so pretty. So pretty, and it's a white background, and then the strawberry. So that's got plans of being a tote bag. I've been looking for some red strapping to make the handles, because things get dirty when they have a white background. They tend to show dirt real bad, and I didn't want to take a chance on, you know, putting the handles and everything, and then it having to be washed often. I mean, you can wash them. I wash all my tote bags that I've made, but anyway, I wanted to try to keep it clean. I thought about the Scotch Guard, the spray-on Scotch Guard that you can get, but I had seen somewhere that they said it kind of attracts dirt, and it may come out easier when it's washed. I don't know, but I know it makes it kind of water resistant. Not waterproof, but maybe a little resistant. So, but anyway, that's how I'm tying strawberries into my Friday sews, and I'll show you my curtains and put a little video at some point through this, hopefully, of my strawberry collection, at least part of it. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a good strawberry. They're just so happy. They just make me happy. And the last thing, I had ordered a chalk and notch Wren blouse pattern last week, and it came like really fast, and they were on sale. They were having a sale both on printed patterns and PDF. And I could get the printed pattern on sale at the same price I could have gotten a PDF when it wasn't on sale. So I went ahead and ordered the printed pattern because I really wanted not to have to stick a pattern together. I just hate doing that, but it was on sale, and it's the Chalk and Notch Wren, I think is how you say that. W-R-E-N, the Wren blouse and dress. And here's the line drawings. And I just think it's so cute. And I actually have a ready to wear that's very similar to that, and it's worn out. So I thought, you know, I'll go by it to make sure the sizing's similar. I'll hold that blouse onto the pattern and see if I can't get a similar fit to the ready to wear one that I have. That usually works well for me anyway. I've watched so many fitting tutorials and things online, and one of the really good ones that I have found is the Nancy Zeman, the pivot and slide method. Pattern Fitting with Confidence is the book that I have of hers. She was just a wealth of knowledge and information, and seemed like such a nice person, and broke my heart when she passed away. But through the YouTube videos and things, and the public TV shows that she did for so long, we still have a lot of access to her information, and it's just wonderful. And I know her company is still in business. Other people are running it. But another one is that I like to watch a lot is Peggy Sagers. She is the owner, the brains behind Silhouette Patterns, and also she does Fit to Stitch. And she is absolutely brilliant. She is so good at fitting and doing all the things, but she kind of goes fast, and she kind of assumes that everybody else can do it. If she can do it, everybody else can do it too. So I have to watch her tutorial videos 2 or 3 times just to get the gist of them. But one that she has that has helped me tremendously is talking about the relation to sleeves and armholes. Now, this is a Raglan, and so I liked that a lot, more than I expected that I would. It just was less intimidating or aggravating than having to put set-in sleeves in. But she talks about how you can go the rest of your life with 3 armholes. One is a woven, one is a knit, and one is for a jacket. And she shows how to make a template of your armhole, and you can put that on any pattern that you make. And one thing that I learned from that, I always, just about in every pattern, I always have to raise the armhole up by 1 inch. And of course, I've said before, if it's a set-in sleeve, I always move I add 1/2 inch to the back shoulder and take 1/2 inch away from the front. And that helps tremendously. It's not that big of a change. And Peggy Sagers always says, you know, if you're having to do enormous amounts of alterations to a pattern, you may not have the right size. You shouldn't have to make huge alterations. You may have to do several different ones, but you shouldn't be having to make inches and inches. If you have a pattern that's close to the right size, it'll be minute amounts that you have to do these changes. And I sometimes think about it and think, you know, that 1/2 inch can't possibly make that big of a difference, but it does. You'll be amazed if you haven't already tried that. Just small changes make a big difference. I still err on the side of going for a bigger size, because I always think I can always alter it a little bit if it's too big, but if it's too small, it's really hard to add. At least it is for me. May not be for you. But anyway, that's what I have fabric-wise. I don't know what I want to make the, let me grab it. I want to make the Simplicity 9473. I want to work on that this week. I probably will make this one, although I may make the sleeveless version and make the little jacket. I'm not sure which, but one of those versions probably is what I'll make. And I've not picked out a fabric yet, but probably a rayon or a linen. I made myself a promise that I'm going to try to use up my fabric for the most part, because even when I've not been able to sew over the past few years, when I was really busy with my folks and stuff, I would still buy patterns and fabric. So now that I'm not as busy, I thought, you know, instead of continuing to buy more, I love all my fabrics, so I'm going to work on that hopefully this week. Lost sound, but I just said that I hope everyone had a great weekend, and thanks for joining me. Happy Friday Sews.